For far too long, gamers have discussed the otherworldly feats of gaming characters like Steve, but these conversations generally leave out some of the other big sandbox names, which leads us to today's focus, the Terrarian. Although Steve may beat him out in some areas, the Terrarian boosts some insane stats himself, such as being able to hold 50 stacks of 9,999 blocks. Let's be real, Steve's not doing that. But that begs the question, am I myself more athletic than the Terrarian? It's time to find out. Through an immense gauntlet of physical tasks, I'm aiming to see if I could beat the Terrarian in more competitions, solidifying myself as the superior being. For this video, the 5 challenges will be speed, strength, jump height, swimming, and breath holding. To test the Terrarian in each area, I built a small course that takes us one by one through each competition. Let's go ahead and dive in with running. For this video, we'll be using the Terrarian's base stats rather than any upgraded versions. That means no life crystals or additional equipment, like the TerraSpark boots, can be used here. That may annoy you a little bit, but trust me, I am already at a huge disadvantage. Using the cell phone, we can see that while running down this 20-block track, the Terrarian had an average speed of 15 miles per hour. I know he feels slow at the start of the game, but that is still ridiculously fast. Since he doesn't have a stamina bar either, that effectively means he can maintain this speed indefinitely. At the same time though, he's permanently stuck at the speed, unable to move faster without additional assistance. Therefore, for the sake of this challenge, I'll be aiming to see if I could achieve a faster speed than him, hitting at least 15.1 miles per hour. That is still insanely fast, but we're going to go at this with everything I've got. Initially, I tried to do this challenge on a treadmill, but after realizing it only went to 12 miles per hour, I hopped in the car and went to the gym. Here, I grabbed an air runner, which is honestly way better suited for the challenge. It'll let me achieve the highest possible speed that I can without having to worry about putting up the settings. Charging up, I pushed forward and went as hard as I could. After everything though, I capped out at 13.8 miles per hour. Even if I was generous and rounded up to 14, we're still 1 mile per hour short of our goal, so sadly we lose this one, and the point goes to the Terrarian. Next up is strength. Similar to most other sandbox characters, the Terrarian is absolutely broken when it comes to strength. I'll be real, I didn't spend too much time researching the heaviest block in the game, since this basic assumption is absolutely going to prove my point. The Terrarian can again hold 50 stacks of 9,999 blocks. For the sake of this video, I decided to just go with gold, and doing some quick simple math, that means he can hold roughly 500,000 blocks. And since each block is 2 feet long, they weigh about 2,377 pounds each. All of that means that the Terrarian, with a full inventory of gold, is carrying about 1.2 billion pounds of gold. And he's doing that without losing any speed or jump height, which is crazy. So, can I do that? Here's me walking around while holding 100 pounds with slightly impeded movement, and although it started okay, after a minute, I was already feeling it. So no, I don't think I could carry the other billion pounds on top of this. An unfortunate loss, but honestly not unexpected. We'll just have to come back swinging for the next 3 challenges to ensure our victory here. For jump height, we did not, in fact, come back swinging. This challenge is infinitely worse than when I challenged Steve, since in Minecraft, his maximum jump height is nearly 4 feet, which I didn't even achieve that time. Here, the Terrarian blows the number out of the water. Since each block is 2 feet high, I set up a course with jumps that are 2, 3, 6, 10, and 12 feet high, and as you can see, he effectively cleared all of them. Again, to reiterate, this dude is jumping 12 feet in the air and landing on his feet. That is genuinely unprecedented. Let's at least see how close I could get to him though. Don't judge me, but I have always been bad at jumping, and I'm bulking right now, so I'm about 20 pounds heavier than I'm used to. Even so, I was pretty happy to clear 30 inches, or 2.5 feet, with relative ease, and I didn't have any 6-inch platforms to add, so I wasn't able to try the 3-foot jump. But, even if I did, and even if I made 3 feet, I'd still be 9 feet shy of my goal, so yeah, I lose this one. And that means we've already lost the competition. But we're still gonna go at these next 2 to hopefully make it not as embarrassing of a loss. Next up is swimming. For those of you who haven't played Terraria, the Terrarian can't actually swim without assistance from some different accessories. This dude is literally just a cinder block that sinks straight down. That being said, he can still technically travel through water, so I started getting into swimming recently and wanted to test this for fun. Since our lap pool is 75 feet long, I built a 76-foot pool in Terraria for him to run across. And even underwater, his time was only 7 seconds, which is insanely fast. Let's go ahead and see how I compare. Looking at the length of the pool, I definitely knew my odds were going to be low, but hey, I'll still try my best. Goggles on, I kicked off the wall and swam as fast as I could to the other side. Even giving this as much energy as possible though, it still ultimately took 18 seconds, over double the Terrarian's time. So that puts us severely behind him. Even my past competition against Steve was going better than at this point, but let's just head to the next challenge to finish strong. And wait, what's this? A conveniently placed subscribe button? In all seriousness, if you've watched my content before or are enjoying the video, consider joining the channel to show your support and see more content like this in the future. Anyways, for our final challenge, we've got breath holding. Again, this is a stat that the Terrarian can greatly increase through the use of items, but we're not giving him any bonuses today. This video has already been hard enough. Jumping into our nice little tank of water here, I found that it took 23 seconds for the bar to completely deplete and 29 seconds till he died. Typically, I'd just use the former number, but given how atrocious those stats are, I'll go ahead and give him the slight assistance by using the 29 seconds. Either way, I'm gonna absolutely crush it. Originally, I was gonna film this in the same pool where I did my swimming, but reasonably so, the lifeguard wasn't a huge fan of me testing how long I could hold my breath, so we've got a different alternative. Meet a water bowl on my desk. When I did this while challenging Steve, I lasted a full 58 seconds, so again I know that I have this one, but I wasn't gonna skimp out at the end. So let's go ahead and dip our head in. While we're here, let me know in the comments if you want to see more Terraria videos. I'm still planning to primarily stick to Minecraft, but honestly it's fun to change things up every once in a while. Also, if you like this or want to see any other games, let me know. Anyways, I did my best to count to around 30 seconds and came out pretty accurately at 35. I could have gone a bit longer, but once I knew I'd won, I was happy to get out of here. So, looking at the leaderboard, we've officially won one challenge. It's not amazing, but it's something to be proud of, at least when looking at the overall scores. So, am I more athletic than the Terrarian? Unfortunately, no. No, I am not. While there's a chance that I could feasibly build up to running over 15 miles per hour to win the first category, I have literally no chance of overtaking him in strength, jumping, or swimming. So while I could have made this a little bit closer, it was still more or less written in stone from the second that I started the video. That being said, I'll still always continue making these videos because they help me strive to become better and to improve myself. Sure, even if I face off against the Terrarian again, I'll probably lose, but I'll likely perform better than I did the first time. As long as I'm doing better than the last time, I'm happy. Also, I could always give the Terrarian some handicaps to even the playing field a bit more. But thank you all for checking out the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you next week. Don't forget, I'm moving to weekly videos for a while since I'm a teacher and summer break just started, so we've got a lot to look forward to. See you next time.